What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Limousine, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are doing well. On today's brand new episode of the vlog, today we are going to be seeing at top 10 most cursed cars that you should never drive on the planet Earth. And if you see something that you might recognize from this video, get the fuck out of here. So anyway, without further ado, let's switch to views. Back to the view right now, and let's see, this video is actually posted by most amazing top 10 on the channel. And if you want me to do the part 2 of this video, there's actually 2 parts of the video as you can see on the screen right now. Hit the like. If this video gets 20 likes, I'll do the part 2 of this video. But anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Shy about
10 cursed cars you should never drive. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and stick around for our top 3 because they're pretty famous. Let's get into it. Number 10, Archduke Franz Ferdinand's Phaeton. If you don't know who the Archduke Franz Ferdinand is, then you should probably play more World War I shooters. It was his assassination that started World War I, and his assassination took place in this car. It wasn't just that he was assassinated in the car, but that he avoided an assassination attempt earlier that day. He was...
Yeah, I got a question for you guys. So, you might know how presidential protection works on today's level, right? How the hell did he go on an open top car when he is the president of the United States? I don't...
On his way to the hospital to comfort the people who were harmed in the crossfire. On his way there, one of the assassins had stopped in a cafe to get something to eat, saw the Archduke passing by, and, well, started World War I. Not only that, but the car was involved in 6 accidents and 13 deaths. Some people would die only months after owning the car. Number 9, John F. Kennedy's Limousine SS-100. The whole world was stunned on the morning of November 22nd, 1963, as John F. Kennedy was assassinated on television. Something super strange about this navy blue Lincoln, it was upgraded with almost $200,000 worth of features, none of which were making it bulletproof or putting some sort of protective cover over top of it. However, after Kennedy was killed, the limo was kept in service, because you can't really blame a car for that. It was given all sorts of protective measures, like titanium plating and bullet-resistant glass. I guess hindsight is 2020. Number 8, Ghost Crash. On December 11th, 2002...
Give me a second. Sorry guys, I'm fiddling with all the controls. But anyway, on this part, so till now you have seen all the presidential cars, right? So this is actually a myth that has been driving around the world, that it seems that during the night there's a car that is traveling at probably hundreds of thousand miles per kilometers with the lights on and scaring the opposite drivers. But whether the drivers get down to check it or whether they actually see the glass of the vehicle, it seems there are no one. So this is still a myth. I don't know if this is still available in 2019 or 2020 or even the 2021 that you might see now. But that's, update.
Police started getting phone call after phone call about a set of headlights running off of Britain's A3 highway. Crashes on the highway aren't unusual, but people stopping to find the car couldn't see it anywhere. So police went to go investigate. They found no recent crashes, but a Vauxhall Astra that had been covered in vegetation. It seemed the car had been there for at least 5 months. So whose headlights were people seeing drive into the ditch? My guess is it was a ghost who was like so tired of being stuck on the side of the highway and wanted to go to the funeral home so he could party with other ghosts. Number 7, Ghost Bus. It was a foggy night in London, 1934.
I gotta clarify some things up. So most of the things that you are seeing on this video happen in England. Let that sit for a minute.
A man driving normally when suddenly he swerved off as if he was trying to avoid something, crashed into a wall, and was killed instantly. Witnesses say there was nothing in his way to make him swerve like that. But legend talks of a ghost bus that roams the roads. It'll appear out of nowhere, look like it's going to crash right into you. It's said to be a big red double-decker bus that'll appear around 1:15 in the morning. People who've seen it say the bus will be coming right after you, and after it passes, if you check your rear view mirror, there'll be nothing there. It could be a real ghost bus or just another reason not to do drugs. Number 6, the Black Volga. During the 1960s and 70s throughout Russia and Eastern Europe, people were terrorized by the myth of the Black Volga. The Volga limo was the most expensive car in Russia at the time, and they were specifically designed to hide the identity of the person inside the car. They had tinted windows, and if that wasn't enough, you could do that whole movie trope when you see someone creeping in your window from a distance, like, because the car had such a secretive tone and was priced so high, rumors started speculating about who would be driving one. People would say it would be priests or politicians. Other people said it was the devil himself. Conspiracy theories got so far that they say they saw kids get pulled into them, and if you touched one, you would die within 24 hours. None of these myths have ever been proven, so this might be a game of telephone that got out of hand. Number 5, Renault Magna. It's 2004 in Cape Town, South Africa.
Okay, backstory on this. This is actually not a ghost. This is actually some kind of stupid thing that happened. You'll see on the video.
You hear a roaring sound come from outside your window. You pop out to see what's going on, and you see a jumping car. Apparently, 9 people saw a car start up on its own and start jumping backwards until it crashed into a fence. So they called the guys from Top Gear to have a look. No, they called the police. When the police arrived, they didn't believe anyone at all. They probably thought everybody was high. Then the car started up on its own again and started jumping backwards into a tree. Upon further inspection, it seemed the car had a rusty starter cable, which might have been the cause of the startup, but what was making it jump? Number 4, Bonnie and Clyde's Ford Deluxe.
One of the greatest stories on planet Earth, the Bonnie and Clyde story. If you have heard the Bonnie and Clyde story, I have also made a full feature of the Bonnie and Clyde story on my channel down below. I think it's about a year and a half since I've made this video. I try to find the link if I put it. Just to give you a clarify, these are the most beautiful couple in the 50s. They did a lot of gangster stuff, and the police were not able to capture them. At the end of the day, police actually shooted them both inside the car, and the car was the Ford Deluxe Model A, and it still lives today on some kind of museum. And if you pass by it and if you take a photo in front of it, it seems that both of them will appear in front of you. As of now, they both have not injured any persons or any death has happened, but still there's a rumor.
Original ride or die couple. Imagine meeting the one. I mean, the one. Like, they're so much into your stuff and you that the two of you team up and go around America during the Great Depression, robbing banks, killing cops, and looking on point while you do it. Bonnie and Clyde were 2 of America's most notorious criminals and somehow managed to keep a healthy relationship going while they were on the most wanted list. The 2 traveled around in a stolen 1934 Ford Deluxe, and on May 23rd, 1934, it would be their final resting place. They were ambushed by cops and shot more than 100 times in that bad boy. Now, what happened to the car? Well, in a way, nothing. The car was kept exactly as it was, the way Bonnie and Clyde died in. Every last bullet hole. You can go see the car now at Whiskey Pete's Hotel and Casino in Nevada. The reason it's on our cursed car list is because people who take pictures in front of the car say that they can see figures floating in the background. It's not just because 2 people got turned into Swiss cheese in the back seat. Number 3, the Limousine disaster. Now, this curse isn't an ongoing horror that torments people for 100 years, like the Chicago Cubs goat curse, but it was a massive disaster, one of the worst car wrecks the world of racing has ever seen. In 1955, driver Lance Macklin was taking his turn out of the pits and back onto the tracks. He was driving an Austin Hughes.
Okay, backstory on this too. Sorry, I'm cutting this video too many times, but this is why the FIA had posted so many rules and regulations, and also this is why they have stopped the in-post pit speed limit, and also the in-post pit fuel lines were cut off. So this is the chapter of that FIA's rules and regulations to ensure the safety of drivers as well as the people that are watching. Sorry for that.
100. I'm picturing him rolling out on the racetrack in like a pair of motorized Heelys. Mike Hawthorne was coming in hot, driving a Jaguar D-Type, and barely missed Macklin. Macklin swerved to try to steady himself and ended up in the left lane. He doesn't see Pierre Levey flying in behind him at 150 miles per hour. Pierre hits the back of Macklin's sick Heely and goes flying into the crowd, killing 81 people and injuring 120. You don't have to worry about that happening today if you go to car races. At NASCAR, they got those nice nets so you can eat liquid cheese and get a neck sunburn without dying. Number 2, James Dean's 550 Spider. What's a good way to be considered cursed? kill one of the most beloved actors of an era. James Dean was an American heartthrob and badass who died tragically at age 24 in a car wreck. This bad luck racer was named Little Bastard. If you're gonna ride in something every day, maybe give it a nicer name. But it wasn't just James Dean that this car tormented. After his death, the car was purchased and brought to a shop for repairs. Then it slid off the lift and broke a mechanic's leg. After this, parts of the car were installed in 2 different cars. One driver died, one driver was seriously injured. Some people tried to steal the car once, and they were both injured. The car doesn't even like thieves, it's on no one's side. The car eventually mysteriously disappeared while being transported. I'm sure it was stolen. The car that killed James Dean is probably worth millions and might have his sexy ghost inside it. And number 1 on our list is the 1964 Dodge 330. This car has been named the most evil car in America. More evil than the PT Cruiser or that man-eating Zamboni that I just made up. This car actually has a pretty wild story. It was originally a police cruiser, and all 3 officers that were issued the car eventually committed suicide after killing their families. A car can't be evil. This has to be a coincidence for sure. After it served time as a cop car, it was sold to an old man. Nothing happened to him, but several people who vandalized the car, it didn't end well for them. One of them was killed by an 18-wheeler. Several more were decapitated, and 4 of them were struck by lightning. Dude, when I die, I want to come back as an evil car so I can summon lightning. The car was later destroyed, and the pieces were scattered, so it could no longer summon God's wrath. But apparently, someone bought all the pieces and reassembled the beast. Part of me wants someone to give this motorized murderer a self-driving upgrade just to see what happens. Just leave out like a talking GPS. It's an evil car from 1964. It probably only says racist slurs. That's our list. Make sure you rate.
Okay guys, hope you like this video. So let me switch to view. Okay, thoughts and comments on this video. If you like to see any one of the cars on the list, in real life, what car would you be? Post down in the comment section below. Mine would be the Porsche 918 Spider that James Dean drive, or either the Dodge Charger 430, because that has a history, and probably I would not touch it and not get decapitated by it. Anyway, that's not the point. But anyway, would you like to see a part 2 of this video? If so, hit the like button, and if this video hits 20 likes, I will make a part 2 of this video. But with that said, I hope you like this video. I know it's been stressing for you guys to see a lot of cuts and pasted, but if you want to see this full video without me disturbing, there's a link to this full video down in the description below. Also, there's the part 2 of the same video down in the description below. Go check it out. Go show this guy some love. This guy is making some awesome videos on a YouTube platform. And that's all from me. Your favorite Sunil is signing out. Follow me on Instagram @Sunil7 for more updates. And I'll see you on the next video.